This podcast is sponsored by FedBiz Access, government contracting made simple. I'm Miles Minich, and I do marketing for small businesses. You are listening to FedBiz 5, where you get informed, get connected, and get results. Hello, and welcome back, FedBiz 5 family. We are back today. We have a special guest, Ms. Tracy Plant. How are you doing today, Ms. Tracy?
Very good.
Great. We thank you for being here, and we thank you for joining us today. Ms. Tracy, before we actually begin, can you just tell us what you do?
I am the Vice President of Sales here at FedBiz Access, and I oversee our consultants as well as make sure our client family is taken care of from initial investment to fulfillment.
So it's a really big territory to navigate. And so if you think about that, so would you say for small businesses, you would need a professional to do it?
I would say, well, of course, I would say yes. I would just and I don't like to use this. I know it's a little cliche, but you can do your taxes for free, but you pay an accountant as a small business. You don't want to try to do your own taxes. You're a small business. You pay somebody to do that. Paying for somebody to do your registration. And I don't want to just say your SAM, because again, SAM is one part. The dynamic small business search is a different part, which again, it's worth calling a company a professional, somebody with experience that has a good name, like FedBiz Access. Have to throw that in there. To give them a call. It doesn't cost anything to talk to a consultant, have them review your registrations, see what you may be missing, see why it's important. Most small businesses don't even know the DSBS exists. They don't know what it's for. They don't know where to find it. They don't know why it's so important. Everybody thinks, well, SAM is so easy to do, but those are the people that sit in SAM for years and never get a phone call or an email from a government buyer to procure their goods or services.
And so, Ms. Tracy, could you give us kind of an analogy kind of to help us understand it a little bit, just for those small businesses? If you're a small business and you don't know really how to navigate it, what would be a good example or an analogy kind of to compare it to?
Sure. I'll make it a simple one. And this is something that I think any small business owner can definitely relate to. If you're a small business owner and you have a job that you need filled, you have one position in your company that you need filled, and you put out an ad and you get 2 applicants, let's say for the case of this argument, you get 2 applicants, you give them the application, which of course the company, your small business put together an application that has questions on it that are obviously important to you. So we'll say it's a 5-page application. Applicant 1 and applicant 2 get the application. Applicant 1 turns it back in. They filled it out completely. All their skills, their experience, their past jobs, their references, all of it. Every question you had on that application, they filled it out. Applicant 2, they filled out their pertinent information. Let's say their contact information, their address, their phone number, their name, maybe, where they went to school, put one skill down, but didn't feel the need to put references or where they worked before. They didn't think that was important. So they had a couple of, maybe a page or 2 that they left blank because they didn't think that was important enough to do. Both applicants give you back their application. Which one are you going to select to probably call back first?
Applicant 1 all day. They have everything filled out.
Absolutely. So that's an easy way to think of it as a small business owner, how important it is to be that applicant 1, to be that person that the government selects, to not get disqualified because of silly omissions or something that you really didn't know about because, you're a professional in your field and we're a professional in this field.
Yeah. Amazing podcast, amazing information. With that being said, that's the end of today. And if this is you and and your DSBS is not finished, maybe you had no clue about DSBS and you need help. Ms. Tracy, could you guide them on how to get this help and what number to call?
Absolutely. You can go to www.fedbizaccess.com. Of course, take a look at our services tab up at the top right. We do everything from registrations to, contracting vehicles, GSA schedule. We also have a lot of marketing we do and even coaching on how to talk to the people in the government that buy what you sell. If you want to give us a call, you can give us a call at 888-299 8266, and one of the representatives will answer your call and are there to help listen and see if there's a need that you have that we can provide a solution to.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here, Ms. Tracy. And with that being said, this is FedBiz 5, where you get informed, get connected, and get results on government contracting. That is it for today. Have an amazing day. This podcast is sponsored by FedBiz Access, government contracting made simple. For more information, visit fedbizaccess.com. That's FEDBIZ access.com. Our phone number is 877-376-4249. The extension code is 407. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.